Why I'm going to say that those points are fundamentally flawed, and this is where a lot of people make mistakes, is that every guy out there that wants to have riz, that wants to pull women, that wants to be successful with women, has to find their own individual flex.
Been a long time without you. Been a long time without love. Everything reminds me of you. But everything is not.
Hey everyone, thanks again for tuning into the Fun, Love and Money channel. Following up from a couple of videos that I released earlier on this week. So the first one was a reaction to Charlie Boyle's video on whether you should or shouldn't pay for women. And the other one was a follow-up on It's Just Real and Nicoletti's video on the Riz King. So what I'm going to talk about today is around attraction and a few ways that you can attract women, and why following attraction videos and things like that isn't always the most effective way to go. Okay, so let's start. So I'll touch on a quick review of the other two. So Charlie Boyle's video, he's got lots of great videos on attraction. Please do go and check his channel out. I'll pop it in the description. However, as I said in my previous video, I don't always agree with what he said. The second video that I reacted to and reviewed was Nicoletti and It's Just Real walking around on the beach in Bali, trying to do their riz or doing their riz or whatever. And it was very entertaining, great video. Again, I'll pop them in the description. Why I'm going to say that those points are fundamentally flawed, and this is where a lot of people make mistakes, is that every guy out there that wants to have riz, that wants to pull women, that wants to be successful with women, has to find their own individual flex. Okay? And you can't go and do the same thing as the It's Just Real guy, because you're not the It's Just Real guy. You haven't got his looks, you haven't got his height, you haven't got his genetics. It won't work. Same with Charlie Boyle. Again, if you're somebody who hasn't got, I don't know, the money, or I don't really know what Charlie Boyle's particular riz style is like, because he doesn't really say what he does in his videos. He just kind of goes up and approaches lots of women. Maybe his style is volume approach. Maybe he just kind of goes up and talks to anybody that he finds attractive, and he kind of gets their numbers or whatever by kind of, as I used to say, scanning possibilities by elimination, which works. It absolutely does work. If you go up to 100 women, there's definitely going to be a few that are going to be interested and want to talk with you and want to engage with you. But what I'm going to say is golden advice for any guys out there. Please listen to this. Find what your flex is. If your flex is being particularly rich and being particularly stylish, make sure that you leverage that. And what I mean by that, and I'm going to touch on this in another video of how to use money to pull women, is that don't be a guy that just willy-nilly spends on women like a simp. Make sure that she's reciprocating. And if she doesn't reciprocate and the juice isn't worth the squeeze, as Rich Cooper says, don't continue that relationship. If it's one-way traffic, don't continue it. If you're a guy who's got amazing looks, that's a great asset to have. I mean, in the superficial social media world that we've got, if you're somebody who's really good looking, that's absolutely amazing. However, one big word of warning for good looking chads: looks can get you the interview and they can get you the job, but they won't necessarily keep you the job. Because once somebody becomes familiar with you, and this actually applies to both men and women, once somebody becomes familiar with you, your looks just become normal. So you have to have something behind that. So that's a big warning to guys. Make sure, and girls as well, make sure that you've got some substance behind your looks. Another flex that people have got is that you might be an amazing musician. I mean, I tried to learn to play the guitar. I still love playing the guitar, but and singing, but I'm absolutely awful. However, have a few drinks, get the guitar out. The more drunk I am, and the more drunk my audience is, the better I sound. So there you go. If that's your flex, that's your flex. If your flex is that you're a great artist, make sure that you're leveraging that flex. Make sure that you're meeting girls and showing your knowledge of art and showing your art, because attraction is also an emotional thing. It's not a tangible thing. So make sure, if that's your flex, make sure that you're leveraging that. If your flex is having a great body, make sure that, again, you're leveraging that. Make sure that you're in the right environment and in the right situation to leverage your physique. The list is extensive, absolutely extensive, but this is just a small selection of it. Another leverage is having great knowledge, being somebody who's really intelligent and really intellectual. That's an interesting flex, because that flex will only work on women that are receptive to that. And if you want to know my flex, I'll tell you about my flex in the next video. But that's just a quick one on why a lot of these pickup artist videos and a lot of these pickup artist styles are actually useless. And it's really important, guys, be the best version of yourself and find your own flex. I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much again for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.